Hi guys, welcome to Medical Megaman channel. In this video, I'm going to discuss the juxtaglomerular apparatus. So, what is meant by juxtaglomerular apparatus? You know, let me draw a schematic diagram. This is Bowman's capsule. This is proximal convoluted tubule. This is descending limb of loop of Henle. This is thin ascending limb of loop of Henle. This is thick ascending limb of loop of Henle. So, and the last part is distal convoluted tubule, which ends in collecting tubule like this. So this is the diagrammatic representation. And you know there are afferent and efferent arterioles. See, juxtaglomerular apparatus is nothing but it is formed by the afferent arteriole, efferent arteriole, and the part of thick ascending limb of loop of Henle, which is in contact with these two arterioles. Okay, these three structures together form juxtaglomerular apparatus. Okay, it is nothing but the modification. Okay, the modification or modified structure of what? Number one, modified afferent arteriole. Second one, efferent arteriole. Third one, end of terminal part of ascending limb of loop of Henle. That too thick part, thick ascending limb of loop of Henle. Okay, so these three forms the juxtaglomerular apparatus. So this is the modified structure. So what are the modifications? Let's see. First one. So the components of juxtaglomerular apparatus are: number one, macula densa. Second, Lacey cells. Third one is the JG cells, juxtaglomerular cells. So where are all these cells are present? As I said, these are the modified cells which are present in the structures which I have already shown in the previous diagram. So let me draw another diagram. This is your Bowman's capsule, and this is afferent. This is efferent arteriole. This is efferent arteriole. This is afferent arteriole. Okay. Now this is the tubule. Tubule of what? It is the cross section of thick part of the ascending loop of Henle. Ascending limb of loop of Henle. Okay, thick part. So I will show the modification. Firstly, the macula cells, macula densa. The macula densa is present in the tubule. Okay, tubular cells. These are the tubular cells. So this is nothing but what? Modified tubular epithelium. Modified tubular epithelium. Okay, these are present here. Actually, these are the normal cells in the tubule. Okay, so the macula densa, as the name itself says, dense. These are densely packed modified epithelial cells present in the ascending limb of loop of Henle, that too thick part. Okay, this is macula densa. This is what? This is tubule. Okay, now details of macula densa. As I said, this is the modified tubular epithelial cells. Now these are densely packed. That's why the name macula densa. Densely packed. Okay, number one point. Next, the functions of macula densa. What will do macula densa? The macula densa cells are called sensors. These are sensors. Sensors of what? These sense the rate of tubular fluid flow. Okay, rate of flow of what? Tubular fluid. Tubular fluid is present in here. Okay, the fluid present here, the rate of this fluids flow it measures. Okay, the second function of macula densa is, one is measuring the rate, second one is ionic composition. Ionic composition of what? The tubular fluid. Same. Okay. It senses these two and provides feedback. Feedback to what? To glomerulus. Okay. It provides feedback to glomerulus. So if there is decreased tubular fluid flow rate, then it sends signal to the glomerulus so as to make the more filtration. Okay, filtration increases. Filtration. That's why it works. That's how it works. Okay, it acts as a sensor. Now the functions and details of macula densa is over. The second is Lacey's cell. What will do Lacey's cell? These are nothing but, here you can see the triangular gap, right? It is formed by the angle. This is the angle between afferent arteriole and efferent arteriole and the tubule. Okay, this is the triangular region, right? The cells present here, these are called Lacey cells. Okay, these are nothing but extra mesangial cells, extra glomerular mesangial cells. Mesangial cells are also present inside the glomerulus also, but these are present outside the glomerulus. That's why they are called extra glomerular mesangial cells. Okay, now this is one point. Function of Lacey cell. What is the function? They secrete renin and to some extent erythropoietin, which helps in what? Erythropoiesis. Okay, simple. Now the function of macula densa is to act as sensor, which senses ionic composition and tubular flow rate. The function of Lacey cell is to produce renin and erythropoietin. Now the third component of juxtaglomerular apparatus is what? The most important, the JG cells. JG cells, juxtaglomerular cells. Okay, these are what? These are present in the afferent arteriole and to some extent efferent arteriole. Okay, these are nothing but modified smooth muscles. Modified smooth muscle of what? Blood vessels. Blood vessels contain what? Smooth muscles, right? These are modified smooth muscles. The smooth muscles are like this, right? So the smooth muscles are like this, right? As I said, these are spindle shaped. But when they come in contact with this structure, that is tubule and extramesangial cells, they they modify like epithelioid cells. Okay, they become like this here also. So they are epithelioid cells. Okay, the JG cells are what? Modified smooth muscles. Smooth muscles. They are what? Granular. Okay, granular. Epithelioid. Instead of smooth muscles, they have acquired a characteristic of epithelial cells. Okay, granular epithelioid. And why they are granular? Because they contain secretory granules. Secretory granules. Secretory granules contains what? Renin. The most important factor in the renin angiotensin mechanism. Okay, renin angiotensin system, RAS. Okay, the function of JG cell is to secrete renin, which is involved in the renin angiotensin system. Okay, JG cells are also called as Pulkyson cells.